Procrastination. Most likely, right now, this is just another open tab in your browser, something you plan to watch later. Studies show that approximately 20 to 25% of adults suffer from chronic procrastination, while around 40 to 45% admit to procrastinating frequently or even daily. Among students and adolescents, the situation is much more severe. Between 70% and 95% of students report procrastinating on assignments or important tasks. Many people ask me, how can I take control of myself? Why don't I do important tasks that aren't urgent? Why do I never get to them? And sometimes when a task feels hard, it's easier to clean the entire apartment than to actually do that task. Here's the truth, 90% of the time is spent just forcing yourself to start. The remaining 10% is actually doing it. Even very smart people struggle with procrastination. They do everything at the last minute, hate themselves for it, and constantly criticize themselves. We've all felt that last-minute push in school or university before an exam, but later in life, when there's no clear deadline, we often look back and realize we never dedicated enough time to our passions, like starting a new sport or learning a musical instrument. We never started that project, never chased our dream. Procrastination is actually an evolutionary trait. If it weren't useful, we wouldn't have survived as a species. Its main function is to conserve energy. For most of human history, energy was scarce. Waiting and conserving effort helped us survive. Also, the longer we wait, the more information we gather. A well-timed pause can spark creativity. There's a balance. Too little waiting is bad, but too much waiting can be even worse. Today, intelligence alone isn't enough. Memory is outdated. AI can provide information. What matters most now is the ability to act without complete information, to step into the unknown, and to control your behavior. Honestly, a man who cannot control himself is not fully a man. Courage is self-control. Most of us have a mental monkey. It avoids pain, seeks instant gratification, and repeats the same easy actions over and over. Today, this is amplified. Every vice, every distraction is in your pocket. Online casinos, social media, streaming, instant dopamine everywhere. Success in our generation depends on escaping this quick dopamine and doing what's truly important. Deadlines trigger the panic monster. It pushes the monkey aside, forcing you to act under pressure. But without deadlines, especially as an independent entrepreneur, tasks get endlessly postponed. Research and pre-death interviews show the number one regret is, I didn't do it. Think about all the hours spent planning to learn something or start a project and never actually doing it. That's lost time, energy, money, and opportunity. Procrastination is painful. Not now, but later through regret. Now let me share with you 5 effective methods to overcome procrastination. 1. Recognize the monkey. Awareness is half the battle. Understand your brain wants instant gratification and avoids discomfort. 2. Start immediately. Anything that takes less than 2 minutes, do it right away. Reply to messages, send emails, make small calls. 3. Use your calendar. Schedule everything. Treat deadlines seriously. Short, visible deadlines are more effective than long ones. 4. Break tasks into sprints. Like in sports or consulting, short sprints create pressure and action. Long-term projects without mini deadlines fail. 5. Train your monkey. Associate pain with procrastination and pleasure with completing important tasks. Even highly disciplined athletes have monkeys. They've just trained them. Let me give you a real-life example. Weddings. Many people lose weight before the big day because the deadline and consequences are clear. They don't want to look overweight in the photos and spend the rest of their lives looking back at those pictures with regret. The same principle applies to every goal. Create visible deadlines, understand consequences, and act. Start small. Start now. Even a few productive hours a day put you ahead of most people trapped in the tunnel of instant gratification. Half the battle is just starting. When I was 16, I asked myself, how can I stand out in this huge world? The answer, do more than others, start before others, and eliminate procrastination. That simple choice became my lifelong competitive advantage. As we wrap up, I want to suggest this. Pick a task you've been avoiding, something you can do in under 5 minutes. Make a call, send that email, or complete a small task. After you finish those small tasks, take a look at the bigger ones. Break them down into smaller steps and take action again. This was just one of the many videos on my best self. If there are other topics you'd like us to explore, whether it's productivity, personal growth, or mastering new habits, drop your suggestions in the comments. We love hearing from you and tailoring content that truly helps you level up. Here's to making today productive, meaningful, and a step closer to your best self.